What's up, guys? Given that tomorrow is the qualifying offer deadline for potential free agents to accept or reject, we should see some news. Finally, it's really slow in the off season, but I thought I'd hop on here and talk about what I would like to see the Braves do this off season to get over that hump and become World Series champions. But obviously, number one, re-sign Josh Donaldson. That has been our number one priority. Unfortunately, his market is very plush with a couple of division rivals, Washington Nationals and Philadelphia Phillies. Obviously, that would be a nightmare. The Rangers are the most aggressive, and the Dodgers have expressed interest as well. So his market is plush, but we do have the dollars to make this happen because of Alex Anthopoulos' shrewd contract extensions with Ronald Acuna Jr., 10 years, $124 million, and Ozzie Albies 9 years, $45, which I still can't believe, but I'm super happy about. So that should give us some money in the bank to address the needs through free agency, and we also have a great pipeline of talent to address needs and trades if need be. But Josh Donaldson, priority number one, just because he did absolutely everything, especially in the second half. He's bringing rain, thunderstorms, fireworks, and everything in between. Gold glove defense and that moxie and that love him on your team but hate facing him type of attitude to our lineup that we need. And if we are able to re-sign him, you've got that fearsome foursome at the top: Ronald Acuna Jr., Ozzie Albies, Freddie Freeman with a healthy elbow, and Josh Donaldson for 156, probably 162, and Ronald Acuna Jr. starting the season in the leadoff spot just gives me chills to think about. So hopefully we can get that done. If not, and hopefully the only place I'm okay with Josh signing other than us is the Rangers, because it will allow him to DH as well, and is in the other league most importantly. But if we don't re-sign him, hopefully we got a good fallback plan. Cheaper probably, Mike Moustakas. He's also a switch hitter, great defender, and quality hitter. And that would be a nice fallback plan there. But Josh Donaldson, number one on my list. Number two, and again, this is obvious, a catcher to pair with Tyler Flowers, and the number one candidate there is Yasmani Grandal. He's the complete package as a catcher. Many catchers just are plus defenders and lose a little bit offensively. Not Yasmani Grandal. He's a prolific home run hitter and extra base machine. He'll give you everything you want, and he's very good at blocking pitches as well. He did have a little struggle in the playoffs a couple of years ago, but got that straightened out. A couple other names to watch that I would not mind us signing: Robinson Chirinos, Jason Castro, although Robinson Chirinos is my number one, and via trade would be Tucker Barnhart. I've seen his name floated around there a lot. For our biggest priority in my mind is that we've got great pieces on our rotation. Mike Soroka being unequivocally the ace. You've got Mike Foltynewicz, who's a great 3 in my opinion. Max Fried, our wins leader, coming of age, lefty, and Sean Newcomb possibly coming in from the bullpen. He could do either. But I just think you've got that Muhammad Ali right jab. You just need that left cross. And I would love for us to sign a biggish name starting pitcher, or trade for a biggish name starting pitcher to have that kind of the same effect that the Washington Nationals had with Max Scherzer, Steven Strasburg. Heck, even if we could steal Steven Strasburg away from the Nationals, that would be the icing on the cake. But I don't think that's going to happen. Cole Hamels would be great because he's willing to sign a 1-year deal with a contender. We are both that, and he would be a great mentor to Max Fried. And we've had success in the past with 1-year deals with veteran guys. So that would be great. Madison Bumgarner, option as well, although he's on the downturn. So that one I'm a little sheepish about, but I wouldn't say no if he ended up with us. And then more intriguing name that I saw kind of come across the wire is John Gray. He is the ace of the Colorado Rockies. One, you would be able to get him out of Coors Field, a pitcher's nightmare to pitch in. He throws 100 miles an hour. He's got a little bit of injury history, and he probably cost a king's ransom. But the good thing is the Braves pipeline is plush with plus talent that we can afford to part ways with if the price is right and the situation is right. That would be intriguing as well. But I just think we need that big time 1-2 punch at the top of the rotation that puts fear in opponents to say, uh-oh, this could be a real tough series. Because every time I look on paper against the Washington Nationals, I go, uh-oh, this could be real tough. And I just want the Braves to do that as well. Because if you add Mike Soroka, Cole Hamels, then you got Mike Foltynewicz, then you got Max Fried, then you got Sean Newcomb. Say that's a fearsome 5, and I would be happy to go with that or some version of that. But those are my biggest things. For the bullpen, I'll touch on real quick. We've got some good pieces in there already. Mark Melancon, we acquired by a trade, so basically $14 million this year. A lot, but he provided veteran and did really good job for us down the stretch. Had a bugaboo against the Cardinals game 1, but we're not going to talk about that anymore. You got Shane Green. Both can close. Darren O'Day can close as well. A different look for batters with the sidearm. Veteran guy. Jacob Webb. He had a 1.20 ERA before injuries cropped up. Him being healthy is going to be a great piece to our bullpen as well. And you've got the possibility of Sean Newcomb doing both. And I think I would love to see Chris Martin come back. It was unfortunate that injuries didn't allow him to pitch in the playoffs. I think that series would have been totally different if he did. So I would love to see Chris Martin come back as well. A couple veterans, Josh Tomlin, hopefully too. You just, and that's the thing about the bullpen in spring training. Guys come out of the woodwork and become big factors. So I'm not as worried about our bullpen as I was last year. But that's that, and we got our entire coaching staff back. So this is going to be a fun year with a big-time foundation. I cannot wait to see how this offseason plays out. Keep it here. I will cover all the big news up to the minute as I can. As always, go Braves.